Another reason they gave was that Iraq refused to negotiate. George I said. That was false. The Iraqis were eager to negotiate a withdrawal. There was even a French delegation that was making progress. They were working through the French. And that was called the nightmare scenario by the first Bush administration. The nightmare scenario. That is, what if they get out before we can attack them? Because if we can't attack them, then we can't destroy that society. And if we can't destroy it, then we can't get troops stationed permanently in that region more deeply. Well, all these reasons proved false, right? And all the reasons today, I think. I've lost my place in my notes because I've gone beyond what I got here. Just talk to yourselves a minute. Okay. Now you can do one of two things. Oh, let me tell you about noncompliance. I have here the statement made in December 98 by the Iraqi Minister of Foreign Affairs. He said, why do they charge us with noncompliance? In fact, the United Nations brought in inspection teams, and they performed 427 inspections at 427 different sites. 422 of those inspections were proved to be in perfect compliance and cooperation. They charged us, out of 427, they charged us with 5 cases of non-cooperation. 5. These were the cases. 1, they wanted to inspect the small headquarters of a political party, the Arabic Socialist Party. We asked them, what is the relationship between small headquarters of a political party and a disarmament mission? They didn't answer. But that 20-minute, 50-minute delay where they questioned, that was called noncompliance. They did go in and investigate the headquarters. The same thing happened with the what had been the office of the Deputy Director of Special Security. They said, or rather the Iraqis said, this headquarters has been converted into a guest house. It's not an official place at all. And they argued with them. The fact that they had taken about 30 minutes or delayed the inspection 30 to 45 minutes, that too was cited as another example of noncompliance. Another example of noncompliance was an American named Diana Simon. She insisted that she could go to Baghdad University and interview all the undergraduate students in the Science College. The Iraqis raised questions about that and said that's an unrealistic thing to do. That's incredible. What has that got to do with disarmament? What do undergraduate students have to do with disarmament? You can certainly interview the postgraduates for the master and doctor's degree in science if you think they're involved in any kind of weapons development. This was the level of non-compliance. The UN has also reported that every year since 1998, the Iraqis have been in full compliance with the yearly UN inspection team. I was in Iraq and met UN forces. They were right there in Baghdad, or personnel. I shouldn't say forces, personnel. Well, now at this point you can do one of two things. You can stop with a liberal complaint and say, all the reasons they've given for wanting to attack Iraq are stupid, are wrong, are false. So aren't they stupid? Aren't they so stupid? That's what you could say. Or you can take a radical analysis. You can make a radical analysis and say, no, look at it in this larger context that I've been trying to give you tonight. They're not stupid. You're stupid if you think they're stupid. You're stupid if you think your enemies are stupid. I know that all of North America is full of liberal intellectuals who love to say how stupid their leaders are. In the U.S., I can tell you, everybody in the U.S., everybody's making jokes about how stupid George Bush is. I tell my fellow countrymen and women, I say, you know, we keep electing these stupid leaders. Does this have any reflection on our intelligence? I thought Canadians would like that joke. I don't know. You hear this all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we give less emphasis to how stupid these people supposedly are and give more attention to how vicious and relentless and uncompromising they are. Please. There are, in fact, very compelling reasons why they're targeting Iraq. The fact that they don't tell us those reasons doesn't mean those reasons may not exist. First, there's the one I've just mentioned and talked about, the global strategic reason, which is to make sure that no country gets out of this closed, fixed global system of multinational corporate capital expropriation at terms that are totally favor the global financial investors at the expense of the people. The struggle at that global strategic level is between those people who say that the land, the labor, the natural resources, the markets, the technologies, and the wealth of nations belongs to a few, that they're there for the expropriation and for the further and further enrichment of a few. They're there for the Dick Cheneys who made $260 million last year and it wasn't enough. He wants $360 million this year. They want more and more. Wealth is their addiction. Brothers and sisters, the worst addiction in North America, the most dangerous addiction is wealth. It's not drugs. They got more money. They got more money than they know what to do with. They got more money. They got more money than they could spend in 1,000 lifetimes. They've got more money and all they want is more and more and more and more of it. They're addicts. They're dangerous, dangerous addicts. And this is what we're fighting against.